I'm sure you know the Depp first heard case in Virginia and the whole ordeal is pretty much over. Johnny's moved on and Amber's, well, kind of stuck in limbo, I guess you could say. However, there are still fans of Amber out there every day putting out info and things like this. Reddit threads and forums like Depp Delusion. They've got a modest 24,000 followers. Not so big, but it seems they're active up until this day, like I said. Let's take a look. This one here is from 18 hours ago. I'm not going to get into super details. I just want to throw it out there that these fans are still active, and that's one of the reasons I stay active. In 2021, I was R-worded by my ex, a high-profile athlete accused of R-wording, controlling, and abusing several women. Despite reporting him to the police, his club, and regulatory safeguarding bodies, he has been allowed to R-word at least 3 other women who have reported him to the police. Okay, I see where this is going. I don't want to get too much into this personal case, like I said, but what happens is, now maybe this person's a real victim. I don't doubt it. I've got no reason to not believe her at all. But the problem is, she's just taking Amber's side because of the gender. Because Johnny was actually the victim. So if this person was a victim, why not be on the side of the true victim? A lot of this seems gender-based to me. It wouldn't matter what Johnny did or said or whatever, just because he's a man, certain people just won't relate. I mean, getting your finger cut off is pretty bad, I think. I mean, it's all pretty bad, but I'd say that ranks up there. The reason why Amber Heard had the most intense public witch hunt we've ever seen. The reason why she had one of the most intense public witch hunts arguably ever was because of her ex, in her own words, orchestrated a harassment campaign against her by appealing to his much larger than her own fan base, purchasing bots, paying off influencers, paying news outlets to paint her as crazy, vindictive, fame-seeking gold digger, and him as the victim. You missed a few things. 1, Johnny didn't have bots. 2, saying he paid off influencers is actually something you're going to need evidence for. Paying news outlets, you mean like the 85% of them that were on Amber's side or flat neutral? There was only a couple that were actually hitting hard for Johnny that were well known, and I'll argue not even very well known. Medium level well known. Appealing to his much larger than her own fan base. Out of those 4, I'll meet you like 10% on that. He put things out there, he was proactive about it, but he stayed really quiet. Anytime he released anything, it was like, whoa, Johnny actually said something. Every couple of months, every 6 to 8 months or something, he'd say something. He was real quiet to the contrary of what you're saying. Yeah, okay, here and there, he put some things out. So I'll give number 1 like a D- and the rest I'll give an F. Okay, I'm off track here. The point is, this is from 13 hours ago. They are still going. This one here from 4 hours ago. Would anyone be able to give me detailed explanations with receipts and evidence of certain things pertaining to the trial? I've been going back and forth with one of my friends who started off 100% vehemently pro-Johnny and anti-Amber, but has recently come around to the idea that Johnny could have potentially been the aggressor in the relationship while still remaining slightly anti-Amber on the basis of her still being abusive. I asked her if she has any specific questions pertaining to the case, and she sent me a list asking me to explain each one from a pro-Amber point of view. I do know the answers to some of her questions, but I don't think I'll be able to give answers as detailed as users here who know more than me. So of course, what this person did is ask the question to the forum to have people look up things for them because they didn't know the answer for their friend. But they believed Amber above Johnny. That makes sense. Or wait, it doesn't make sense. They said they couldn't explain something to someone who was really pro-Johnny, but they were actually really pro-Amber because of all those things they actually knew. Yeah, once you think about it, it's pretty silly. Anyway, wanted to throw this out there just for the people who say, leave Amber alone, ignore her, things like that. Well, we kind of are ignoring Amber. It's about her fans. It's not really about her per se. She's in Spain, calling paparazzis once in a while. Once in a blue moon, it's something I check up on. But the things that are continuing are the fan debates. That's what I'm pretty much covering now. And of course, whatever happens with Johnny's always good. when he gets together with Rod Stewart and donates hundreds of thousands of dollars to kittens. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.